Today I will be talking about architecture in database management system. Before that, I will be talking about data abstraction. Data abstraction is the hiding of irrelevant details or data from the user which is not in the interest of the user. There are three levels of database abstraction. First is physical or internal level. Second is logical or conceptual level. And third is the view or external level. Now talking about physical level, the physical level defines how the data will be stored in the block or database. And it also describes the low level data structures in the detail. For example, hashing and B trees. Now talking about logical level, it describes which type of data or what data is to be stored in the database. It also describes the structure of the whole database. In this, the implementation of the data structure is hidden and the programmers and administrators work in this level of abstraction. Now view level. In view level, there are multiple schemas known as subschemas which are used to describe the different views of the database. It describes the end user interactions with the database system, and it just shows the part in which the user is interested. It does not show the whole database but shows only the part which the user wants. Now talking about database management architecture. It dictates how the data is stored, organized and retrieved from the database. There are three types of architecture. First is one tier architecture, two tier architecture and three tier architecture. Now talking about one tier architecture, it is a centralized system with single user system. In this architecture, the client, server and database all are present on the same device, and since it is on the same device, the user can directly interact with the database and change the database. For example, MS Excel, because it has all the data stored in it. Now, its advantages are that this architecture is simple, and since it is on this same device, it is cost effective and easy to deploy. Now, talking about tier 2 architecture. It is a client server model. In this, a server is responsible for providing all the query processing as well as it manages all the transactions. The application on the client side communicate with the database on this server side. But when the number of users are large, it gives poor performance. For example, games. Now, talking about the advantages of client server model. First, it is simple. Second, it is cheaper than the three tier architecture. It is easier to deploy because it is simple. The users have easy access and it is scalable. That means the number of servers and the users can be increased or decreased based on the numbers. Now talking about three tier architecture. In this architecture, there is a client, then and a server, and an application server acts as a middleman between both of them. The application server acts as an intermediate between the client and the server. The client provide queries to the application server, and it communicates with the server and provides the results. It is used in the case of large web applications, and but it is complex and difficult to interact. For example, websites. The user searches something on the website, and the website provides after communicating with the database on the different website or different server. Now its advantages are security, because the user cannot directly interact with the database, and it has enhanced scalability and data integrity. Okay, thank you.